I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to another iteration of the My Hero Academia manga chapter reads. We are here with a double feature, if you will. We got two chapters that actually, this is kind of like on us as far as like the scheduling. It didn't quite work as far as reading what was it, chapter 378, and now we got 379, so we're gonna catch up on both of those. I'm here with Mark. Mark? Hello, Mark. Oh, oh, are we having audio trouble again?
Nope, sorry, I had to close my door.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, oh.
My bad, Mark. It's me. Hi.
Mark, there's something that we do before we read every new chapter. What would that be? That Mike does a good job in trying to not peek too much, so it kind of cuts you off like here and there after like a certain like height.
Yeah, but the peeking would add to the comedy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, it's always funnier when the mic peaks.
It is funny when the mic peaks. So, as I said earlier, the double feature is going to be covering 378 and 379. So we're going to do a recap on 377, which actually I do really need that recap. So, it deals with what was it, Aizawa, Manuel, and Monoma getting jumped on by a bunch of Twice members. And props to Aizawa. We would point this out last time. Like in next couple panels, he already has like a blade out. He's ready to fight.
He's strapped and ready. He was waiting for it.
But poor Monoma, he lost his focus for just that instant, and it meant everything. Now everyone's being pushed back, and you see that Shigaraki is now kind of taking a little bit more control. And this idea that Deku had of trying to like talk to him directly, and now it's like, I'm here, what do you want to talk about? He's like, nothing. Meanwhile, who's that guy that, oh shoot, I had his name, the other guy from Regestro's like crew.
Oh, I believe what you're talking. I know you're talking about. I had his name and then I lost it.
Yeah, he's the guy in the chair essentially on their side. But then La Brava shows up as a surprise at the very end. And she's been skeptic. Oh yes, okay. And so La Brava's here to intercept him and like hack into his stuff as like a countermeasure, which means Gentle is nearby too, or at least it was kind of leaked to us. So I mean. It's leaked to me. It was a spoiler for me.
I mean,
yeah, that's unfortunate, but I think that's what ends up happening when there's like something like really hype in the chapters. Like it'll just get suggested to me unapologetically.
That's why I'm like, Justin, stay off Twitter.
It's hard though. I need to be connected.
I need to be in.
I need to be in. Actually, maybe that might be one of those. Maybe that's a sign too. Disconnect from everything for a little bit.
Disconnect.
Yeah, alrighty. We can go full screen here. We're gonna start off with chapter 378. And here we go. Page 1. This is Task HQ. The evacuation system is down. Signal interference is preventing contact. I'm remembering something from my days as a shut-in. This is from La Brava.
Her days as a shut-in. I forgot she was a shut-in.
Notice how like the text box here are like super shaky, but hers is just kind of like normal.
her eyes are always very unique.
Yeah, just for practice, I once wormed my way into Feel Good Inc.'s server and replaced all the ads with what was it? Optic Kitty? Yeah.
That was their company.
You see Skeptic in the next panel, he's freaking out.
Even flashbacks, he's like, that was you.
The code's functions were wildly long, and the scope was of variables is nuts. I gotta say, your coding habits haven't changed so much since then. Meanwhile, I see in little text, my trypophobia.
A lot of people have trypophobia.
I think, yeah, it's unsettling.
It is, like, I don't know what it is, just but seeing these tiny holes close together that's just so disturbing.
Yeah, people say that it's kind of akin to like a danger sense to us. It's
It's like all
triggered,
these the holes close together.
right? Because you like the idea is that you don't know what's there, you know.
The fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm. But it's kept like, that was you.
He's like, you know that thing where it's like someone will put like the big hand grabbing you. That's exactly what it is.
Mm. I love these expressions he's got. We took a massive financial hit from that. Oh, oops, my bad. It just shows more and more cats like bzz, bzz, ah.
Ah,
It's like the pump dance. Make it stop.
the pump. I was gonna say, are they doing the Fortnite dance right now?
I can't wait to see that animated. Damn it, she's taking over every single one of my systems. It looks like he's retreating. I won't relinquish UA or the evacuation system. Those two are most accursed ones.
Is it just me, or does it look like one of those scientists is the machine?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, that, or he has like a really good grip, if you know what I mean.
It looks like he's merged with the machine. Is that just me who's seeing that?
No, I see that too. It's weird. But what was he saying? Oh yeah, you've pinpointed my location, haven't you? What if I flee? Do you still lose? The flames of revolution won't be doused. You went back at that. What was it? Was it Tsukachi?
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of fit his name in like in a tall text box. It was kind of weird. I'll read this last bit here. UA's altitude's continuing to drop. Oh yeah, that's right. It is dropping. Oh,
Like a fucking meteor.
it's hurtling towards the ground. It won't stop. Hi, bud. This is La Brava. Hurry up and do something. The system got wrecked by the last impact. I'm trying to code a brand new program so that the striving section can join the joint or keep the joint in the air.
That's a fast code.
I know, like she's really like concocting something like right here, right now. There's not enough time though. We should have known it was a bad call to leave our final like key line of defense to a convicted villain in custody. A crime is a crime, and we can't erase the past. But it's not always a lost cause.
Hachi character development.
Alrighty, next page for you, Mark.
All right, as we see UA kind of still like, crumbling and falling.
Mm-hmm.
I am your villain. We see Izuku huffing because he looks blue. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
like, when you start changing colors and you need air.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if you understand. That's what makes us. As we see Shigaraki over there as well, they're looking at each other. Heroes and villains.
Mm.
Then we look over, we see the Pussycats and some of the students. We've lost control. Prepare for a crash landing. What now? Whoa! Get ready to fight.
Yeah.
Whoa! As we see things going haywire, and we see all the twices everywhere. A bunch of twices. Monoma Sensei says our boy Kaminari.
Mm-hmm.
We see just this absolute mountain of twices.
Oh my god.
And it's Swolnaya!
It is him.
And he's got a name this time. Ethan.
Ethan Winters.
Ethan, those villains are asking for a taste of our lasers. And hit our allies too? Oh, hell. They've been invaded from the inside, so our X-66 squadron can't... Wait,
Stop.
Who's that?
My god, the references. Go ahead.
We see, as UA's falling out, one man.
Oh shit.
One
Oh
man.
my god.
It's gentle criminal.
Oh my god, that panel goes hard. Look at
Yeah,
that.
the ocean water over there, and him just like floating. I was like, that looks sick.
Whoa.
That looks like that scene from the second Broly movie. I'll show you that. I'll show you what I'm talking about later on.
Okay.
But like, we see Skeptic's like, huh? As we see, he's been cut off. They knew where he was. We were given a heads up on your location, Mr. Skeptic. As we see, it's
It's
what is it?
Miss Joke?
Miss Joke, the guy who can make
Shindo?
earthquakes,
Yeah, I think.
and then I
Uh,
think that's that
something.
Bloodhound.
Yeah, it could be Beast Hound or Bloodhound.
Yeah, I remember who he is. I just can't remember his exact name. And then we see made sense for us to nab you since we were in the area. Fate works in funny ways, says our big dog boy. And then we see Sukachi. It's up to you, Tabita. We see La Brava with her hard eyes. You've got this, Gentle! Our Gentle looking like an absolute Chad.
Oh my god.
Then we see, naturally, this is the least I owe the boy.
Oh my god. The one-liners.
Yeah, I guess I'll read this last one.
Oh, okay.
About a month and a half ago, at Mikuzu prison after the assault on Tartarus. Boom!
Hmm.
The living quarters got busted wide open as we see the guards running away from some villains. And we see, I believe that's Muscular.
Yeah.
With this, you're all free now. Your lives are your own now. Do as you see fit. We're free. Am I dreaming here? You really mean it? Time for revenge on the scumbag that sold me out. I know someone out there who still needs a good god, said they still need a stabbing. Ay ay ay.
Oui.
You see them go, ha 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 ha, the world's gone wild, ah. And we see the Chad amongst Chads right here put his body in front of all of them. We see one guy, what you want, punk? Gentle shaking, but also still standing his ground. I ask you, is this truly what you desire?
Like zoinks.
It really is. The only people who say they can't turn their lives around are the ones with no real desire to change. They're too impatient. They want results right away. We see Gentle with his eyes closed. I dashed headlong down the wrong path, without the courage to restrain myself. We see the villains charge at him. Damn right, it's what we want, moron! Up to you.
Okay. The words of Deku come up to him as it's almost close to like his life flashing, but not really. But this is Deku. I want to be the guy to show them all a bright future. He looks at them. And it cuts to present day.
Chad.
I thought that our being together would bring me joy. Bruh, what is this? They got the ink kanji too, and it's just like, what?
I know, he said, I thought that only our being together would bring joy. He found more that would bring him joy.
And cuts a little bit back to like what happened after like his little standoff. 7 prisons came under attack, and only one had no escapees.
Sure, all of them.
What is it that you want? Well, Tabita? This dude is like he got the he got the dog beat out of him.
He had the W Riz.
I only wish to see La Brava and to, and it doesn't really continue onwards. We got just a couple panels here. Absent makes the heart grow that much fonder. This is La Brava. I'm as greedy and stubborn as they come, you know. And your joy brings me loads more joy of my own, Gentle.
Would you say this is more of a father-daughter relationship?
Or
you say it goes beyond that?
I couldn't really answer that, actually, because it's been a while.
Yeah, try it, because I can't tell if it's just best friends, or father-daughter, or something else.
Oh my god. Next page, right?
Absolute Chad.
Next page. A huge... You know, like, just to recap, you know, it's like his quirk is pretty much just to create, like, essentially bouncing
Barriers.
cushions, barriers,
Yeah, like,
very flexible
little-
barriers.
Yeah, basically.
So, with LeBron's help, he creates like this giant barrier right where like Yoi's falling, and just like holds it.
It's like boring.
His move, gently super lover.
Hey man, sometimes with love you gotta be firm yet gentle.
Ah, I like that. He says, "Tell me, boy, do you once again find yourself fighting for the joy of others? On that fateful day, I only wished to save someone who'd fallen." As we got one of the Pussycats, like, "Oh, we're saved, but how? It's like there's a trampoline made of air." Even Deku's like, "Wait, what? An air trampoline?" He looks out. "Yes, to be of service to others was my hope."
Ah!
It's like gentle. Ah!
He's like gentle. That
Damn.
page goes hard.
Goddamn. And here's the next surprise.
Dude, this one I was like, oh.
Oh, it's like, bad news, kiddo. The balance is broken. He's starting up again. We're not in free fall anymore, but dudes.
I just imagined the Halo sniper sound effect.
Yeah, dude, like Shigaraki is something else. But this is crazy. The second his hand touches the ground, and he was just about to. That last panel of him was him trying to like make contact, but then here comes like an interception, right? His hand gets shot off.
Like straight up, you see the bullet just.
And then you see like the makeshift bullet from that. And someone's saying this: no matter how far they've fallen, each villain is still a human being. It's on us to recognize that about them. We absolutely have to. To borrow a phrase from a friend, deep within each of our hearts, we'll find their starting point, their origin. God! Even with the liners.
We see Lady Nagant.
Bruh, she's way far.
Oh yeah, she's way out there, and you can see like she's not fully healed, but she was at least enough to like get out there.
Yeah, dude, everyone's like jumping in.
You see how Izuku's strategy is working. He wanted to help these villains. He did, and now it's coming back, and they're helping him.
This feels like those final moments, because it's really like a recollection of everything you've done that like comes back to age you. Man, dude,
this chapter was fire in my opinion. The next one's great too.
Oh man, and yeah, that's like 378, and we get to go again with 379. It's called Hopes, and it's the cover of Gentle and La Brava. Bruh, does Gentle look different? I don't think he's really changed his look, but
he looks more
distinguished.
He looks more buff.
Damn.
Do you see that? I do.
Maybe. Yeah, like
his posture.
His fit maybe a little bit more fitting.
He's looking more like a Chad.
Oh boy, here we go.
I know that he is still one of everyone's favorite characters. Is Gentle.
Yeah, like,
because everyone was really sympathetic for him, because like you could tell he just wanted to be a hero.
Right.
And he was never a bad guy.
Yeah, but now, yeah, he's learned from that. All right, here we go. This is the first page of 379. This is the Central Hospital. After Kurogiri was activated. Get the wound inside! Quickly, the rain's picking up. Friend or foe, doesn't matter. Hey, not so fast. Being beat up.
Why does his hair look like Mario's hat?
Oh, I was gonna say anything.
You see it too.
Whoa!
Why is it the shape of Mario's hat?
You know, I know that Anaya's been wanting to like cut his hair a little bit, and I had this idea.
I think we found the cut. We found the cut, G.
Being up and about will rip up your wounds. It could be fatal. Fatal. I don't care. This is Lady Nagant. Tell me where the enemy is.
That's a soldier right there, bro. Arm against the wall to keep herself propped up, still, and she's still alive. Like, she's fine, but she's like, well, getting back in the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Dude.
next page,
Yeah.
we got Mario over here. Like, tell you, escaped convict? Not a chance. Izuku Midoriya asked me to do this. Cuts to Deku. Please fight on our side. He asked me to fight alongside him. This is Rocklock. Let her go. I'll take full responsibility. What? But here, use this to keep up to date on details such as UA's location, enemies' positions, and so on. Listen, Lady Nagant. Ultimately, this full mobilization on our part hinges on our faith in Izuku Midoriya. So, if your heart is telling you to take action for that kid, then I'm choosing to trust you.
This imagery right here in this panel.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's showing Lady God now, present day. Blood's just kind of splurting out. She's obviously not like all the way better.
It's from all her wounds that she had before. So that's
from that self-destruct quirk, but specifically
when she went kablooey.
Yeah, don't say kablooey because I just think of that one show.
Moving on.
Okay, right. Lady God's like, I still got one more shot left in me, and every single one counts. Gray skies. I've been stained by darkness and lost in faith in the light. This is a Kingdom Hearts reference.
When you walk away.
Anyway, yeah. Lost in fate, or lost faith in the light until you and my successor came around to remind me. Of how I felt back then. Okay, I'll just read this last half of this page. Of how I felt back then, with my bright and shining hopes, and my reasoning for being. Now let this reach Izuku Midoriya from Lady Nagant. Blam! I think that might have been. Oh, that is still like that one like shot.
Yeah, you can read this. It's only one word on this page. You might as well take this one too.
Okay.
It's actually not even a word. It's not even a word. It's a noise.
Yeah. From Vander from Fire Emblem Engage. Yeah, it's the shot of him losing his arm after like Nagant like played shot him from way far away.
Shot off both my man's hands.
I feel like Deku is still kind of crying for a little bit as he's trying to like get himself back up and also catch his breath.
I know you saw like a little bit for this chapter, but if you haven't seen these next few pages, it's fucking nuts.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Mark, go ahead. I'm gonna just digest like what I'm seeing right here. This is kind of crazy.
That disposable trash. After murdering her fellow heroes, she plays the victim like some noble agent of justice. She's a pathetic pushover, drifting whichever way the wind blows. He's pissed.
Next panel.
Oh yeah. We see that he's saying right now, this is was All for One, and now All for One's continuing. Actually, no, this is Shioraki, I think. Haha, manipulating her emotions in history didn't work, huh? Yeesh, look at you now. That's what you get for sticking your hands where they don't belong.
That's funny. As
we see more of that blood just gushing, the same goes for the way you groomed me.
Oh no.
Using Shimura and All Might to push my buttons like that. All to move ahead with your plot to hijack my body and soul. To make use of my burning rage to take one for all for yourself. I got blended into this mix and became a part of you. But guess what, Master? as we see Tenko there surrounded by these hands. I wasn't a fan of that scheme, so I hid my own core deep down inside my soul.
That's some imagery, yeah.
Right?
Like even has
Alright.
like the black hair too.
Yep, as you see, it slowly starts to change color in the next one.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Bit by bit, without you noticing, I started reclaiming myself from the inside out, helping my origin follow the path.
The origin.
The origin. Karagiri! As we see one for all, or all for one trying to get help. I'm not in control of this body. Stop gawking and warp me to all for one this instant. Then we see, shit. I am protect. No, Shigaraki have to. Kurogiri, we start fading.
Damn. Should I take this one?
Yeah, you take this one.
Okay. It closes in on Kurogiri's face. You're seeing a little bit of Shirakumo, I think.
It is.
Who, where, friend.
I know, he's still in there. He's still in there.
What was this? Got some flashbacks. We got Spinner, and then we had all for Shiggy, or really just Shiggy on this one. I've got no need for one for all. Did you think you had everything under control? It's just like, it's, bro, I'm just seeing panels and panels right now. Ugh. But it cuts to this thing for Shigaraki. I won't be your stinking pawn. It's crazy.
I'm glad he was aware of it.
Yeah. It looked like he was really just gone for a little bit.
I was thinking, like, there's no way he's fully gone. He's got to be in there somewhere.
So even if he's not really siding with the good guys, he at least doesn't side with all for one.
He sides with himself.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god. This next page is crazy, but okay, here we go. Unlike those flipping, flopping, like, screw-ups, my heart ain't wavering. Everything I witness...
It's gentle and Nagant on the ground, gentle holding everything up.
That's true, that's what he's referencing, yeah. Everything I witness in this world of ours led to the existence of that house. Obviously the one that, like, traumatizes him a lot. As Tomura Shigaraki and Tenko Shimura, I got just one hope, and it's like, this is like within like All for One's little dimension. You see how like all the fingers are like coming out of like his mouth, and it's just like, it's Shigaraki like popping out of all of that.
Dude, he's been split wide open. His top jaw is on top, bottom jaw is on the very bottom.
Oh, whoa! I didn't even see the bottom jaw.
His other arm is over to the left, then to the right with his other leg.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's been busted open.
Is that you busted wide open? No, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Is that you, Claude?
You busted wide open with the buster sword?
Usually special moves?
Any special moves, huh?
Yeah, no, that honestly, it's really all the fingers that reminds me of that, like, that one artist slash well, yeah, that one artist. They always I think it's Junko. They usually like promote his stuff like on Viz.
Junji Ito?
Oh, yes.
The horror manga?
Yes. But yeah, the next page is
he makes some twisted looking shit.
For sure.
Did you read the bottom one?
Yes, I did. Yeah. I just got one hope. The destruction of everything stemming from that house. So that's what he wants. That's all he wants. I want that house absolutely gone. And you know what? If he's fighting for himself, then that's kind of fair.
Or this next panel goes so fucking hard.
Oh boy, next page. Whoa. Whoa.
It goes so hard. It goes so hard.
Because he was actually looking at Deku that entire time. Deku like sprints up right at him. They are like nose to nose.
This is some Jiren and Goku's first fight type of nose to nose.
Yeah, I remember that. That's so yeah. He was saying all the destruction of everything stemmed from that house. That's the only thing that's gonna save me, hero.
As you can see, Izuku's got he's restrained him with Black Whip.
Yeah. He's already got Black Whip on him. This is such a crazy shot because literally it's like
hard.
it's like the Death Star in the back falling into descent, and you see Gento in the back.
Boy, is that you?
Yeah, here, I guess I'll finish the last bit here. It really is like, boy, is that you? He looks to the left, and he's like, oh my god.
Wait, do you want me to take this last side, you take the last page, or do you want to do vice versa?
Why? I guess I should just go ahead and like wrap up on this like 2-pager because like the big panel overlaps, so it's part of like the next page too. And he was saying like, and I think this is Deku. Now that Shigaraki's got his quirks back, I can't afford him to. I can't afford to fight atop that tomb.
It is a tomb.
We got Miro. He's like Midoriya.
Holding Bakugo.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he's holding Bakugo. I think that's Bakugo's head. I see.
I think so, but like, man, I'm trying to like analyze what's happening. It's really just like a lot of debris like falling off, and then this bottom left corner panel. I'm like, what's going on? It just says, "I can't let you do that," but still,
is someone filming?
Someone's filming this.
Wait, I'm looking. They have a UAU. Oh, it's that guy with the beehive head.
I think you might need to be more specific for me.
Remember the one guy from the support class that was also there? He's got the big beehive haircut.
Maybe. Is it maybe just documenting all this?
I think so. And dude, this last page goes so fucking hard.
Oy. This is like the final.
I want to see this colored. Ooh.
This is so wild, bruh.
It looks so fun.
So, yeah, that was Deku to say that. I can't let you do that, but still. Oh, did you,
I can do it.
Okay.
I also can't pretend I didn't see you crying in there. As we just cut to this sick final face-off scene. We see Yue still hanging in the air as Gentle's holding it up. We see the shattered remains of the city that they're standing on top of, and we see Izuku standing there looking. It looks like he's still, like, you can see his mouth where it was open. He was talking, and you can see Black Whip on his hand. It's connected to Shigaraki's hands, like he's a wild beast, and you see this look that Shigaraki's giving, like he is a. It's just this. You don't see his face; it's just a black, like, thing with two white eyes.
Mm.
It looks so sick with the lightning in the background and everything.
Bruh, this is it. This is it, my guy.
This is the fight we've been waiting for.
And look, not the coffee.
Coffee? Oh, you're right.
Just dead center in the like that whole panel. It's just what remains of coffee.
Coffee. The coffee shop.
My god, dude, this is a crazy panel. Really, just the lightning. It's just so excessive, but it makes sense because of the whole weather storm going on right now. But it's like, oh my god. And again, Gentle like pulling through.
Hey man, I'm saying right now, Gentle got that W Riz.
Man, what? I don't even know what to say.
Is that was just fire, bro? I can't wait to see this fight.
It's like I don't even know what to say.
All you can say is that was fucking sick.
It's 2 peak. That's what it was.
It's peak right.
It is peak fiction.
Well, I do love the I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I loved the just it very much did remind me of Jiren and Goku from the Tournament of Power with the face
Yeah,
to
that the
face.
face to face. I remember that one. Hold on, I'm trying to find an update here. Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure like when the next chapter would be released. The next chapter is gonna be 380. It's a nice clean number, and it's man, it's gonna open up to like this final confrontation. Unless they wanted to like pop in some like news about what's happening on other fronts, I don't think they would want to do that. But you know, it's up to them. But man, just to leave it at that, it's crazy.
I have a very funny thumbnail idea.
Oh god, I can't imagine. What you got? Just go ahead and let me know, just so I know.
Hold on, I gotta go back to 370. I gotta go back to 3
Oh, okay.
378.
You know what? In that case, like, we'll go ahead and wrap up here, and then you can show it to me like when you're ready. So, guys, that's it for 379, 378. It's a wild like twofer, especially, but with like the return of like Gentle, Lady Nagant, the fact that Shigaraki has been conscious this whole time, has been waiting to uproot himself. Like out of All for One's control is now just been severed. So it really is just that's just Shigaraki with all the quirks in mind. Granted, he doesn't have one hand to touch the ground, so there's a handicap. And the other handicap is that Deku's like got a good black whip grip on him. So the final, it's not the final, but it's like the next chapter is gonna be something else. I hope it's just gonna go straight into like this fight. It's gonna be crazy, but we'll have to wait until another week. So we'll go and call it here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for us like reading chapters 378 and 379. We'll see you guys in the next one. #bye everybody.